All right, what's going on, everyone? I am Double D, and welcome to the Yellawood 500 Talladega. I'm about an hour late, but better late than never. Had to take care of some stuff, but I'm on here. So, got 7 laps to go on stage 1. I'm not sure what happened in the first 50-something laps, but I'm going to cover it from here. So, right now, Ross Chastain's ahead of the pack. They're 2 and 3 wide right behind them, and Kyle Larson's trying to close. So my race prediction. So yeah, I predicted that Ryan Blaney's going to win this race. Has 3 wins here at Talladega, and he's usually around at the finish. So there's a good chance that he'll win. Oh, they're 4 wide. Or yeah, they're 4 wide. They were 4 wide right before I got on here, but yeah, right now Chastain and Bowman are side by side. Well, not side by side. Bowman's right behind Chastain. Larson's at the top. He's trying to gain a stage win here. Chastain tries to block the line, but Kyle Larson has too much momentum. And Kyle Larson stays side by side with Chastain. He has no help. But Larson does get some help, but he is falling back. 4 laps to go in stage 1. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a wreck here early. Everybody's really wanting these stage points. Bowman on the bottom. Chastain on top, but Chastain goes to block Bowman. Three laps to go now in stage 1. Chastain in the middle. Bowman on the bottom. He's not clear of Bowman, and they're side by side. Now going to be 3 wide with Stenhouse on the top. Out of turn 2 now. They're 3 by 3 throughout the pack. And Stenhouse is getting a big push. Can he get ahead of Chastain? No, he can't. As Bowman's getting a push from Justin Haley into 7. But Chastain still staying in the lead in that 1 camo bush light with 3 laps to go. And here comes Stenhouse with a run. I have a feeling a wreck's going to happen here. They are racing aggressive. Yeah, it seems like the inside line is falling apart now, and it's 2 by 2 from the very top line to the middle. And Stenhouse is now in the lead. Larson is in second. Will Larson do anything to try to win this stage? Not right now. Chastain has a push by Austin Cindric. And Blaney goes to the bottom. They're coming out of turn 4, but remember, the start-finish line is all the way by turn 1. As Chastain and Stenhouse are side by side with 1 lap to go in stage 1. As Stenhouse has now got the lead, and Larson has pushed him out there. Will Larson try to make a move to win this stage? Here we go. Larson pushing Stenhouse Jr. Busher on the top. Chastain right behind Larson. Larson almost got loose. He's not going to get a good push. He's side by side with Busher. Stenhouse is far ahead, but here comes Reddick with a push, pushing Busher. Busher on the outside. And Chris Busher's going to win stage 1. All right. So William Byron got 3rd place. So he's the highest finishing driver in that stage. I'm shocked they didn't crash. That was a lot of crazy racing going on. All right, they're on commercial break, so I'll give you a recap. Well, I can look at NASCAR.com to see what it went on. But your top 10 of stage 1 is Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ross Chastain, William Byron, not Ross Chastain, Chris Busher, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., William Byron, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain in 7th. 8th place, Chase Briscoe. 9th, Austin Cindric. And 10th, Ryan Blaney. Hold on. In honor, okay, I forgot I had to put on my Bolo tie. All right, so that's your top 10. Let's look. I'm going to look at the recap. So, of course, Michael McDowell did start on the pole. Let's see. So as Daniel Suarez spinning that brought the caution out early. That was around lap 15, 16. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. Let's see, who picked Byron this week?
Ask your doctor about breastfeeding for COPD.
Ethan gets a point.
Love your phone, but not the cost of your current plan? No problem with Straight Talk. Bring the phone you love and get one line for $25 a month when you switch to Straight Talk. That's up to half off the price of the competition. Plus, the best part of all, get a $200 credit for a new phone after 12 months. With Straight Savings, you save now and later. It just makes sense. Straight Talk. Real unlimited data. Less dollars, more cents.
A message from the Solid Department of Research and Deliciousness.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand smashed patties made to order, hot and melting cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. Try the all-new double-side smasher now at half price.
You're still on commercial break, so you're not really missing anything. But while we are on commercial break, I'll tell you my advertisement. So I am sponsored by Sparky Speedway Jewelry. I'm wearing his shirt today. He is at Talladega watching this race in person. And he's already met a few drivers, already gave him some Bolo ties. I'm also wearing one in honor of him. I'm also wearing his shirt too. Go on to his site on Instagram or TikTok. You can buy his Bolo ties there or any other racing jewelry.
We saw how incredible the racing was and how intense the playoffs make it. Here's what Larson told his team.
That was way more intense than they thought to be. Holy fuck.
Yeah, we were wrong. It'll do again. Good job.
Yeah, so great job by Kyle Larson scoring stage points, but a little bit more intense than they wanted to see in that first stage.
Incredible racing, and what happens when everybody's pushing, trying to get position. We talked about it.
Yeah, Larson almost wrecked there. Could have took out a lot of cars, but he saved it today.
But the entire field, right? What if one of these guys in this front row wrecks? They're going to take everybody with them, and it tends to be behind the wheel in the middle of that, trying to get stage points. We talked about the drivers that didn't. Again, Alex Bowman, who ran in the front that whole time and didn't work out at the end. He didn't get any Logano, Chase Elliott, Hamlin.
So yeah, we'll look and see where your playoff drivers are running for a pit. William Byron's in third, Larson's fourth, Bell's fifth, Tyler Reddick sixth, 8th place Chase Briscoe, 9th place Austin Cindric, 10th place Brian Blaney, 11th Alex Bowman, 15th Joey Logano, 18th Chase Elliott, 22nd Denny Hamlin, and Daniel Suarez 2 laps down in 40th, who wrecked earlier.
Drive for William Byron from 32nd in the middle of stage 1 up to 3rd, and here he is in the car bumping around a little bit more than he would like. At the end of the run, they're going to wait on fuel pump.
Oh, Todd Gilliland spun right in front of William Byron's pit stall. That's going to give him a slow pit stop. Yeah, 13.8 seconds. Cost him a few seconds. I think everybody's pretty much waiting on fuel. So maybe someone saw. Oh, Larson. Has to back in his pit, so he's going to lose positions there. I wonder if he's going to get a penalty. But a good thing about restrictor plate tracks, you'll find your way to the front easily because it's a big pack. So yeah. So a couple of drivers having issues on pit road. Byron had an issue on pit road because Todd Gilliland spun right in front of him in his pit stall. And Kyle Larson had a hiccup in his stall too. So already drivers that were in the front are already going to be in the back for this restart. Right, so at least what I saw, there was like a bunch of 4-wide racing when I first turned the race on. It was insane. Then we had Larson almost wreck and stuff.
Storm damage comes with endless questions. Call H&F Exteriors first. At H&F, we work directly with your insurance and get weekly updates while you wait. H&F Exteriors, done right every time.
This season, your high school can take it all in the Tackle Hunger Challenge. Operation Food Service means your health, and the school collects the most food wins. Do it for your school. Do it for your community. Tackle Hunger 3, sponsored by Neighbors Credit Union.
It's 5 at the Fox. Prepare tickets to Peter Pan, a high-flying musical.
Hold on, let me post this source.
Register at ksdk.com, and winners will be announced weekly on Today in St. Louis. Enter by October 24th.
If you've been hurt, we can help. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
Currently in a stage break in the Yellawood 500 here at Talladega Speedway in stage 1, getting closer and closer to pre-firing for the second stage. Yellawood Brand Pressure Treated Pine introduces their 5-star hero contest winner, Marshall Plants, after a fiery car accident in 1968.
All right, so we're back from commercial break, so we'll be getting restarted soon. So your top 10 will be Justin Haley, Daniel Hemrick, William Byron, Chris Buescher, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, excuse me. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Chase Briscoe, Ryan Blaney, and Austin Cindric. We just got done with stage 1. We got stage 2 to go, and then the rest of the race. So Talladega is a pretty long race, but exciting to watch.
Yeah, we appreciate you. That's a little bit of break to catch our friends just watching this. Jimmy, I know you've driven this next-gen car at Daytona back in the 500 earlier this year. Being in situations like that, how does this car react and handle if you happen to be in the middle of that 3 and 4 wide?
It's a good driving car. I mean, it really does drive well, but it's still 4 wide at 200 miles an hour. And as you know, there's so much air being pushed off these cars, and the buffeting that takes place from side to side. I don't know how these guys stayed in line. The merging that took place, we didn't have an accident. That was really impressive driving by everybody out there.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. We saw William Byron through the trials make an aggressive move to get up to the front there. Get a lot of stage points. Watch maybe learning something for later in the race. Kim.
And Kyle Larson came down to top off after losing so many spots on pit road. They also fixed the hood flap springs. After that stop, Larson asked, "Can you guys look at the video and tell me what I can do better getting into my box? Because that matters so much here on a busy pit road." He asked if I come in at a less of an angle, but can be further out from the pit wall. He thinks that still gives the 17 of Chris Buescher enough room behind him, and then the ability to get out of the box behind Noah Gragson, Marty.
Kim, in fact, all the Hendrick Motorsports cars.
Gosh, I cannot say.
A little extra fuel. Steam tires are never normally an issue at Talladega, but I want to show you the.
All right. So we're on lap 66 of 188. So some of them pitted to top off on fuel. So it looked like Hemrick and the ones I was talking about earlier pitted already. So that puts Chris Buescher to the lead. So your new top 10 now is Buescher, Bell, Reddick, Stenhouse, Briscoe, Blaney, Cindric, Ty Gibbs, Joey Logano, and Ryan Preece in 10th. Preece. Yeah. Tongue twister.
I actually think even if a track this big, rubber will get put down ground into those grooves, so it should improve as the race goes. But something to keep an eye on if we do see tire issues late.
But we're about to get restarted. Pace car's about to go on pit road.
Today's area coverage high above Talladega Super Speedway on an 84-degree day here in Alabama. We're gearing up to restart. Let's begin stage 2. We're going to check in and listen to Trey Rule, the spotter.
Here we go. Buescher and Reddick side by side for the restart. Green flags back in the air. Reddick almost got spun right there by Stenhouse with a bad push. But he stays in the gas side by side with Chris Buescher in turn 1. Chase Elliott's falling back. Hope there's nothing wrong with him. That's who I'm rooting for. But we'll have to see. Could be dropping back because, that racing was intense. The first stage. So he may be trying to keep from getting into an accident. Right now, Tyler Reddick leads on lap 67. Still side by side with Chris Buescher. It's a pretty big pack. They're 2x2 through the top 12, and they're 3 wide through the middle of the pack. So we're less than halfway. We're on lap 68 off 188. Lap 94 is halfway. Almost had an accident there in the top lane. But they keep it going. Now they're 3 wide with Cindric and Reddick following in the middle. He's also side by side with Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs moves up to the middle. They're still showing Chase Elliott on NBC. Bell trying to go to the top now with Chris Buescher. Stays in behind Buescher at the moment.
They're asking more of the spotters today than they did in the past season. You know, every driver and every team likes something different. This just isn't here. It's a lot about the driver, but the spotter also communicates to the team. So the crew chief and the driver need to be aligned in what kind of spotter they want. Yeah, stark contrast to what we heard from the 2-car earlier from Chase Elliott on the 9-car now. Now we see pretty, I hate to say, calm, you know, that says a lot about stage one. They're only 3 wide.
So it's lap 70, and pretty much everybody's all 3 wide throughout the pack. Buescher's still ahead of Christopher Bell. So you got Buescher, Bell, Blaney, and Michael McDowell side by side. Michael McDowell being the pole sitter in that middle line.
Good representation, Marty, in that first stage by the Henry Motorsports Chevys. What you got?
Yeah, terrific end of the stage for Hendrick Motorsports. But interestingly, Steve, we saw all the Hendrick Motorsports, a lot of Chevrolets, in fact, come down pit road, top off with fuel, going one extra lap, just a little bit more fuel in the cars. And then you saw Alex Baldwin, who was near the top 10 at the end of stage 1, fall immediately all the way to the back on the top line, and he was told max save from this point. So what's the strategy here for the Hendrick cars in the max save mode here in stage 2?
Well, once again, you know everyone needs a pit stop.
So Buescher's still in the lead, being pushed by Christopher Bell. It's pretty much the same throughout the field. It's a pretty big pack, all the way to it looks like Alex Bowman in another car behind there at the last part of the line. But pretty much almost all the cars on the track are in this pack right now.
I will tell you, I just want to be where they go back. So if you determine where that's going to be, that's what I'd like to find out and hang out. Well, I'll tell you who we might look to as far as navigating his way around this track successfully today is the car in second. The yellow number 20 of Christopher Bell, the DeWalt Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Bell got a penalty and was put to the back of the field, and throughout that stage 1, worked his way into 5th. Unbelievable result. And here he is as we get the next along on board of Chris Buescher.
So Christopher Bell started in the back, and he's up to 2nd right now. Like I said, you can get through the field fast here at Talladega. Back in the day, Dale Sr. used to be known for that. Worked his way from 17th to 1st in 4 laps to win his final career race in 2000 at Talladega. So it's possible for anyone to win today. Now McDowell is side by side with Christopher Bell, trying to get side by side with Chris Buescher in the top line. McDowell got a little bit out there, but now he's going to have help by Ty Gibbs. Will Ty Gibbs stay behind him? Ty Gibbs is going to get a push by Reddick that should help Michael McDowell get to the front. Or not. Buescher's still in the lead. Be right back. I'm going to give me some water.
Soft drinks are just a look at Wendy's. Any size, anytime. p.m. Phantom, 10 p.m. Sprite, 7:46
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, you're no different. Dollar soft drinks any size, gotta be
I don't think I missed anything walking out of the room for a second.
Ear broken, blood barriers.
But it seems like the drivers that moved to the outside now have moved to the inside. So the momentum shifts pretty much in drafting tracks. Changes here to Atlanta, Daytona, and Talladega. And as you're seeing, Corey LaJoie in the 51 is in the lead. So he's worked his way to the front on the bottom line. It just depends on who has the most momentum in a line, and the cars will go there.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler's been tasted, selected, and perfected to be everything it should be. A premium whiskey that speaks for itself. Traveler's made to be enjoyed exactly how you like.
Okay, let's see what happened to Suarez.
On the rocks.
Yeah, he got turned into the wall by BJ McLeod.
Whiskey. Easy to drink, hard not to love.
Definitely gave him a little bit of damage.
I like our circle of behavioral psychology. Yeah, I know why.
All right, so we're on lap 77 of 88.
Is that a scientific term?
We're on commercial break on NBC, but they're showing the race unlimited as they promised for the restrictor plate races. As Corey LaJoie is leading his first few laps in his Rick Ware racing car. Where he got traded to Rick Ware Racing from Spire Motorsports a couple weeks back, driving to 51 now. And Justin Haley's driving to 7. Yeah, pretty much both the Rick Ware Racing cars are aligned, I think. Yeah, Corey LaJoie and Cody Ware in front of the field. Usually I wouldn't be saying that, but at Talladega, anything can happen. And here they are, 1-2. But not for long. Here comes McDowell at the top. Wants to take that lead back. But Corey LaJoie goes block at the top. LaJoie is still in the lead. Yeah, McDowell has a fast car today. He's trying to get that lead back. But LaJoie is blocking a lot. Now they're 2x2 from 4th. And McDowell is now looking to the inside, bringing Buescher and Cody Ware with him. LaJoie has no help on the top. And he's going to drop back. Let's see. He's going to slot in 4th, right behind his teammate Cody Ware. So McDowell's back to the lead.
Right on the 17 of Chris Buescher.
So Buescher is taking the lead on the inside with Harrison Burton, who won at Daytona to get into the playoffs. But unfortunately, Harrison Burton got knocked out in the round of 16, but he can still race for wins. But this is his last few races in Wood Brothers Racing. for this year. He'll be moving back to Xfinity next year. We'll see what Harrison Burton can do running on the inside behind Chris Buescher. Well, here we go. Blaney getting a huge push by Austin Cindric. Team Penske is working at the top. They were dominant in Daytona and Atlanta, and now they're trying to find their way to the front. Blaney knows how to win here. He's won here 3 times. Logano has also won here in 2016. As a matter of fact, I was watching that 2016 race. Not really wreck-filled, but there was a lot of playoff drama. A couple of drivers blowing their engines. But Joey Logano had the best car that day, and he won the race there. But right now, he's trying to help his teammates get to the front of the field. As Ryan Blaney on that top line is going to take the lead with Austin Cindric pushing him. But here comes Michael McDowell on the bottom. But yeah, those Penske cars, they are strong on the top. But McDowell's coming back. Who's going to lead this lap? Looking like it was McDowell right there on lap 82. But Blaney's got that strength in numbers in the middle. Look at this. Here comes Shane Van Gisbergen from New Zealand. At the top, being pushed by his future teammate, Ross Chastain. SVG was actually doing pretty decent in the Xfinity race, but got taken out in a late race wreck. And we got drivers pitting now. And some of them almost crashing there. Some of them weren't expecting some other drivers to pit, and that almost caused an accident. But we got a group pitting. It's involving McDowell, Briscoe, Josh Berry, Noah Gragson, and others. And a pole sitter, Michael McDowell. Seems like pretty much those drivers are topping off on fuel. But you see, most of the cars have migrated to the inside, meaning they're going to pit soon. Penske cars on the bottom, and so are some of the playoff drivers. They don't pit yet. They're still going another lap. Yeah, now we got Gilliland and Buescher pitting. The ones that couldn't make it on pit road last time are pitting now. Yeah, Keselowski, both the Roush Fenway cars missed pit road there. Definitely going to knock them out of the draft. The lead draft.
I'm wondering how long the lead pack is going to wait. I think they're very comfortable at this point. Until those Fords can prove that they can outrun this pack, it's not advantage, and they're not going to outrun it looking like that. 4 together, then a gap to 2 more cars. Those cars missing, Jeff, really has disrupted this entire strategy. It's easy on paper to figure out this is what we should hit. Execution is sometimes what gets overlooked. And the reason why it's disrupted is
here comes SVG on the top. Getting that push on the outside. He is in the lead for the moment, but Ryan Blaney got that help on the bottom. But yeah, now it seems like the outside line's starting to fall apart, and Blaney's still in the lead. Never mind, SVG's now getting a run. So we're on lap 87, 188. We got almost 100 laps to go at Talladega. All right, SVG's on the top. He's going to lead that lap, trying to carry that outside line with him. But those Penske's are strong on the bottom.
Because you didn't settle for ordinary. Same goes for your equipment. Versatile, powerful, durable Kubota equipment. More goes into it, so you get more out of it.
I was drowning in debt.
I had over $36,000 in debt.
And if I would have just made the minimum payment, it would have taken me 59 years to pay off.
National Debt Relief can significantly reduce the amount you owe.
National Debt Relief.
Yeah, that outside line is staying strong. It's got SVG, Ross Chastain, Chase Elliott, and William Byron, some of the Hendrick cars right behind that group.
Call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started. Look at movies.
Wonder they could be running like this because they're saving fuel, because they're just staying side by side. They're not really racing that aggressive.
That's everything you get. Use $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Houston just got the first down, so it looks like they're going to win that game as long as they make the field goal.
Here at Steer Tactics, our supplies approach to sports training turns everyday people into world-class athletes like Chris reaching speeds champions only dream. Or joy ready to rumble with a devastating right hook.
Oh, now SVG's in the lead in front of Ryan Blaney. So 31 laps to go in stage 2. SVG is in the lead, leading his first laps on a restrictor plate track in NASCAR.
Quick reminder that you can join NASCAR's free rewards program and start earning points to turn into member-only rewards. You can earn it every time you check in for a race, trade points in for free tickets, exclusive gear, autographed merchandise, one-of-a-kind race day experiences by visiting NASCAR.com/fan-rewards. Welcome back to Talladega. Lead Deputy Jeff Burton, Stigler's Hart with you, and it's Shane Van Gisbergen. The 35-year-old New Zealander leads the way in just his 4th race on this track. He's done 2 races. Taken the cup. And now he leads. I spoke to him this morning. He said, I'm not in the playoffs. I'm not going to play this fuel-saving game. I'm going to go for it if I have a chance to go to the front. Well, that's what he told you. Let's take a look at our progressive telemetry and see if SVG is doing what he told. I bet you're going to see a lot of green, and there it is. Bright green, wide open throttle. He's leading the pack. The Ford's pitted. They're running about 52.
All right. So SVG still in the lead. He dropped down to the bottom in front of the Penske cars. But here comes Ross Chastain on the top. His future teammate on the outside. Chastain's going to lead that lap. All right, so it seems like that pack is starting to catch up to those cars that pitted earlier.
mostly right now. That when we saw that incident earlier, they were 3 wide when they caught Suarez. That problem happened. These cars get laps, so it makes Suarez like tougher. Remember, he's racing Alfredo. JJ wants that down. As cars, get lapped, that makes it a tough pass. Suarez back to the lap. Van Gisbergen heads the pack. How's this going to play out? Where's he going to go? Who's he going to go with him? One of the with Van Gisbergen is how does he do when they're on pit road? Pit lady on the inside.
All right, so the lap cars trying to block in the middle as the lead pack is having to get around them. And Cody Ware almost causes an accident in front of the field, but they get it gathered up quite quickly. As SVG is now ahead of those 3 lapped cars of Cody Ware, Todd Gilliland. And I don't know who else that was. Here we go. Some of the drivers are pitting now. Looks like Leslie Toyotas and Truex is around. Almost hit some of the cars. But he gets it going. He's probably going to lose the draft because he's lost time. And 2, he's going to have to pit for tires now. So that group is away. Bell, the first one off the pit road there. Now we got a battle between SVG and Brad Keselowski for the lead. Keselowski's got a few wins here, so don't count him out today. So we got 25 laps to go. Let's take a look at where our playoff drivers are running. So we got Blaney 3rd, Elliott 4th, Cindric 5th, 6th Byron, 7th Logano, 8th Alex Bowman, 10th Kyle Larson, 20th Christopher Bell, 23rd Hamlin, 24th Reddick, 29th Chase Briscoe, and then 40th, 1 lap down, is Daniel Suarez. Suarez just got to get lucky and maybe have some accidents to get him back on the lead lap after being in that wreck earlier by himself. Yeah, it just seemed like Truex locked it up too much, and that made him go around on pit lane.
One of the most experienced race car drivers we had in the field. And you can see it's just launched the rim brakes up. And now around it goes. No practice this weekend. There's 1 lap qualifying, so you don't really get the practice you would have years past of coming on pit road. Van Gisbergen continues to lead.
All right, so they went to commercial break. Looks like could be going into overtime for the Bills and Houston game. So that's interesting. Yeah, so that big pack is starting to catch up the ones that did pit now.
Any size, anytime.
I just wonder if they're going to pit this stage or what's going to happen. We know they got to pit soon. They are now single file.
Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
How long have I been out here?
About 12 minutes.
So right now, your race leader is SVG at the moment, and now we got them pitting. We got Chastain, Byron Bowman, Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and can't tell who that is there. Might be Suarez. And then a 59-yard attempt by the Texans. Can they close this game? The kick is up, and it is good. So the Texans win against the Bills. Oh, we got cars pitting now. Pretty much most of the pack here. Busch pits. Logano pits. SVG is pitted. Austin Dillon could not get into his pit stall. That's going to cost him time. And Cindric and Elliott are out ahead of SVG. And I think these cars that hit it earlier are probably going to get out ahead of all these other cars, possibly. That's a long single file line now. Except for Chastain and Bowman shuffling Logano out there. Trying to pass those Penske cars. They're trying to go to the front. So Chastain being pushed by Alex Bowman. Trying to get to the front line of Cindric, Elliott, and Shane Van Gisbergen. They finally caught to him now. They stay behind him at the moment. So your top 10 right now, Cheston Haley, who still has yet to pit, Austin Cindric, Chase Elliott, Shane Van Gisbergen, Ryan Blaney, Ross Chastain, Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, and Kyle Busch. Your top 10. Yeah, because Haley's about to get passed by the lead pack now, so that's going to put Austin Cindric in the lead. Is there an overtime between the Bengals and the Ravens?
Spin out coming to pit road, but it was adventures for other drivers as well. The 31 of Daniel Henry.
I think that's their backup for the Bengals. It's not Joe Burrow. So that's interesting. As Busch and Henrik almost wrecked on pit road, they were showing that penalty there. Right. So yeah, so now Cindric is in the lead with Chase Elliott in second, Haley in third, SVG fourth, Ryan Blaney in fifth. As now they're starting to race in the middle of the pack.
We can all not be surprised when we see him win or run at the front on a road course. But for a NASCAR newbie, this is a mightily impressive run. And NASCAR's most daunting.
Here comes Kyle Busch to the top. Gonna get a push from Ross Chastain. Can he get side by side with Cindric that's in the front? Here comes Blaney. Blaney has moved in front of Kyle Busch. Cindric goes up to block Blaney. Oh, that was an aggressive block. It's going to really back up the top lane. Almost caused an accident, but it was impressive he didn't wreck there. But that was an aggressive block by Cindric to have his teammate right behind him.
Yesterday, that Lucas Chevy for Richard Childress Racing. You talk a lot about strategy, racing, the danger. I think the drivers need to be.
Now Chase Elliott's the leader on that bottom line, being pushed by SVG. As the Penske cars stay on the outside, now Chase Elliott from Dawsonville, Georgia. His father, Bill Elliott, is about to lead here at Talladega. Chase Elliott's got 2 wins here. Trying to get another one to lock himself into the round of 8. But Cindric and Blaney are strong on that outside line. So yeah, so pretty much the pack is all together again after pit stops. And it's a battle between Cindric and Chase Elliott for the lead and stay in the win of stage 2. We got 13 laps to go. So Cindric still in the lead on the top.
Introducing Travel Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Travelers been tasted, selected, and perfected to be everything it should be. A premium whiskey that speaks for itself. Travelers made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat.
And it seems like the Penske cars are now in the front. Are they going to try to clear Chase Elliott here? Or are they going to stay on the outside? Looks like they're going to stay on the outside with Kyle Busch at the top. Because you got 11 laps to go until the stage ends. Remember, none of these drivers took tires. They only took fuel the last pit stop.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand smashed patties?
Chase Elliott being pushed on the bottom. He's going to try to take the lead. And he is going to lead. No, give that to Cindric. He's going to lead on lap 110 with 10 laps to go in stage 2. Playoff points and stage points are really valuable here, and that's what these drivers are trying to battle for. But they got to battle smartly so they don't get in an accident.
Quick reminder to download the official app of NASCAR and follow the action with free live scoring, in-car camera, and radio broadcast. You can upgrade to premium full access driver audio channels and completely ad-free experience. Search NASCAR in your app store. Download, start the free trial. Welcome back to life at just under 200 miles an hour in the pack. Aboard.
Right, so your top 10 right now is Cindric, Blaney, Elliott, Kyle Busch, SVG, Chastain, Byron, Bubba Wallace, Alex Bowman, and Daniel Hemrick in the top 10. But it's pretty much a lot of Chevys on the top, trying to push the only two Penske cars. Could be dangerous because it could get shuffled out. But here comes Chase Briscoe on the top in that Tony Stewart throwback from 2016 on the top, trying to make a third lane to get to the front of the pack to maybe get some stage points. But he'll have to build that up in 8 laps.
Big disparity in terms of when the likes of the Stewart Haas Ford stopped in comparison to the race leaders. But tell us more about Chase Briscoe.
Yet here they all are, huh, Jeff? So Briscoe was just told, we need stage points, so get some if you can. Time to go. He said, I'm going to build a run right here. And you can see behind him the 10-car of Noah Gragson trying to help that team, putting all their efforts anytime they can toward the 14-car in the playoffs, Parker.
And Dave, this could be a big moment for Daniel Suarez and that 99 car. He's lost the draft. He's getting back. He's early in the
Also, Suarez has lost the draft again. Doesn't look like to be his day today, unless we get some big wrecks that involve some cars.
about halfway. It's still damaged. They're going to work kind of more under the stage, but if he stays that first car one lap down, he will get that free pass straight back on the lead lap. I do feel this catching age. Allmendinger is about, I think, 10 seconds ahead of this pack, so tight movements here for that 19 if they can get the free pass. He's going to have to go because look behind him. Right there, that pack of 4. In that pack is Anthony Alfredo, and that is who he's racing in that 62 car to try to stay the first car one lap down. Those 4 cars together, Steve, should be making a lot more pace than he is by himself.
Jeff got the leaders on the top of the screen as Mark Gretchen might get to 13 of AJ Allmendinger, but with 7 to go, Cindric, Blaney, Elliott.
Yeah, right now Daniel Suarez is the first car one lap down, but he is by himself, losing time.
Of stage 2.
Can anyone else catch up to him so they can put themselves in the free pass position?
You mentioned the learning curve for SVG. Well, there you go. You asked me what you want me to do. Live time. Chase Elliott saying, push it good, right rear bumper bad. If you're going to hit me, try to hit me square. We have seen the accidents, Jeff. If you get offset to the right, you almost turn the car in front of you. Yeah, and the problem is the car in front of you is moving, right? It's not exactly just running a straight line. So you can start a push out well, and that car move a little bit.
SVG trying to push Chase Elliott to the front,
2 Chevys on that low line.
but it's a little slow, as now Cindric is back in the lead.
Big push right here by SVG. That 16 car to Chase Elliott.
Question mark about AJ Allmendinger will be answered probably on this straightaway. That solo car. Now where will he go? Not only a lap down, Jeff, but what used to be easy here at the speedways has been a challenge today, lapping these single cars.
All right, here's a lap car. What do these drivers do to get past it? Seems like this lap car is going to stay to the bottom, so they got to pass him on the outside. That's AJ Allmendinger in the 13 they are lapping. So Suarez is no longer the first car a lap down.
These two at the front, the 2 and the 12. Austin Cindric, Ryan Blaney, the reigning Cup Series champion, have spent more time together.
Well, remind you, you got 4 laps to go in stage 2, almost 3 laps to go. These cars are going to battle hard for those stage points. And McDowell pitting by himself. Supposedly going to get the lead after the next caution. So we got 3 laps to go in stage 2. So Chase Elliott's now in the lead with SVG pushing him. And here comes Austin Cindric on the top being pushed by Blaney. It seems like they do get a good push to get in front of Chase Elliott, but they cannot get enough momentum to get in front of Chase Elliott. And now they got 2 laps to go. Will they make it back without wrecking? Or will we see a wreck that involves a lot of cars? Cindric and Chase Elliott at the moment are being pushed by Blaney and SVG, trying to win stage 2. They're side by side. Elliott almost spins. The SVG still locked on that bumper, trying to get Chase Elliott that stage win. Cindric really side drafting Chase Elliott hard. Is he going to have a run? Blaney's going to have a run. He's going to push Cindric. Cindric now to the lead. Can he get clear of Elliott? He's still in the lead. 1 lap to go. But he doesn't come down to the bottom. He stays with Ryan Blaney, his teammate. Probably a smarter choice because he'll get shuffled out if he doesn't go with his teammate. But will Blaney try to win the stage himself or stay behind Cindric? Right now, he's trying to push Cindric to the front. Chase Elliott being pushed by SVG. SVG really inexperienced, but he's trying to do everything he can. And there's Cindric, still clear. And Blaney, still pushing. And now Kyle Busch is going to pass Blaney through the middle as Kyle Busch is trying to go for the stage win. And Blaney's around into the wall. Collects Ross Chastain. As we do got a crash. Playoff drivers out of it. Oh, man. I picked Blaney to win this week, and I'm not going to get any points at Talladega either.
Assist Ross Chastain. Unfortunately for Ryan Blaney, the champ, it's happened again.
Oh, Chastain's car really on fire. They're trying to get Chastain out of the car. Yeah, Chastain looks shaken up there. But he gets out. Blaney trying to drive his car back, but pretty much his day is done. So let's see. So Cindric wins the stage, but it comes with the expense of Blaney and Chastain. Yeah, it looks like Logano kind of got involved too. I don't think he has a lot of damage. He may have some damage. But yeah, it looks like a 3-car accident there. The Ravens? What? He must have missed a field goal or something. 'Cause there's no way. All right, so the end of stage 2. Your top 10 is Cindric, Chase Elliott, SVG, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Alex Bowman. Hold on, it's updating.
Can I share something with you?
Kyle Busch, Alex Bowman, William Byron in 6th, Wallace in 7th, Kyle Larson in 8th, 9th, Daniel Hemrick and Tyler Reddick in 10th. So a few playoff drivers getting stage points, but Blaney and Chastain and Joey Logano being unfortunate there.
All of it just keeps adding up and adding up. A few years ago, I survived another brain tumor and breast cancer. But now, the Affordable Care Act has been passed, and now I have coverage. It saved my life and my business. Donald Trump says he wants to kill the Affordable Care Act. He doesn't care what that would mean for families like mine. Trump only cares about himself. Before the Affordable Care Act, I could have lost everything. My farm, my life, my family. Unlike Trump, Kamala Harris is fighting for everyday hardworking people. She's fought for us to get health care, and she is fighting for us to keep it.
NBC, can you get this stupid Kamala Harris ad off of here? Thank you.
A box of childhood treasures. Or a box of we're returning your childhood memory to our office. Either way, one rate fits all. FedEx one rate.
Yes, so Cindric's going to get the stage win, but at the expense of his teammate, Ryan Blaney. So unless they can get Blaney's car fixed, which doesn't look like it's fixable, he's going to lose a lot of points this race, and he'll have maybe be in a must-win situation at the Roval. I mean, Blaney has won at the Roval in 2018. That was only because Truex and Jimmy Johnson took each other out at the end of that. So 2 of the Penske cars taken out of that. So Alex Bowman gave Blaney a bad bump.
And the cars get very light in the trial. There's not as much banking there. The cars aren't planted in the racetrack, and a little bit of push, it just gets Blaney out of control. And that's a huge impact for both the 12 of Blaney, the 1 of Chastain. Watch this. Listen. Just an enormous impact to the outside safer barrier. And watch behind this. The 22 and the 11, both playoff drivers. 22 impact, 11 also. Parker. Right, the 22 did get some damage in that you saw from the back. So you see the team here on pit road. They've been working on the front splitter, especially the right side. And also getting that like riveted down a hit. Of nose damage and splitter damage to the 22 there. We got another driver. The 11 of Denny Hamlin, he kind of got the chain reaction, so it's hard to tell exactly how much damage the 11 has. We're going to have to see when it comes to the attention.
All right, drivers pitting now.
As of now, Steve, Alex Bowman has earned points in every stage of the playoffs except 1. He gets points here. He's a little freer than he would like. His teammate William Byron twice has driven from mid-stage.
All right, drivers pitting now.
The water's a little bit warmer than 24. That's the only complaint.
Chase Elliott on your bottom left missed that green flag stop with his teammates because they didn't hear the call. Worked out for him. Grabs his stage point 4 freshman year tires. Sunoco fuel. Austin Cindric, your bottom right in the 2 car. Waiting on fuel. Crew chief Brian Wilson saying this is probably the last time we'll take tires. No change.
And Kyle Busch is the first driver off pit road, taking no tires. Rest drivers either taking 4 or no tires.
To the finish for Austin Cindric with his 2 teammates having wounded race cars. What a finish to stage 2. That's setting us up for an unbelievable run to the end.
That's my team out there.
Our network goes down. Lives are at stake.
Our tops
I'll be right back.
come to work. That's why they partner with Jurassic Frontline. The network that truly prioritizes first responders.
We don't worry about getting through. They're the most reliable
COPD? Things changed. Restri gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Restri will replace it is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Restri when prescribed. Restri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor.
Dropped pass by Tucker Kraft right there.
Changes or ID.
Ask your doctor about Restri.
How does the know-it-all know it all? With NFL Red Zone on NFL Plus Premium, you watch 7 hours of non-stop football action.
Hey son, what's like the NFC North?
Be a football know-it-all. NFL Plus Premium.
Oh, love going long. Oh, what a catch by Jaden Reed. Wow. What a pass by Jordan Love. That was in like triple coverage too. Look at that. What a thrown pass by Jordan Love.
This is the take care of my family goal. This is the enjoy the life I built goal. This is the set up a foundation goal. This is BC, where your goals become lasting legacies.
They give it to Jacobs.
Maximize your wealth.
Are they trying to run around?
Will give you peace of mind.
And he gets in for the touchdown. Packers lead.
And passing it down secures a brighter future.
Talladega, the Yellawood 500 continues. I want to show you a replay of the end of the second stage involving this man here, reigning Cup Series champ, Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, this wreck happened because of the importance of stage points. So even though Ryan Blaney is in this crash, he comes across the start finish line right there in 8th place. So he will get points for 8th place. Now we think a couple of 3 points might not make any difference, but I am telling you.
Yeah, so I think that's Jacobs' first touchdown as a Packer right there.
Playoffs, 1 point, a tie can make a difference. That right there, we'll have to wait to see after the race today, but after the race in the Roval, how that works out.
Another, we've seen a lot of issues on pit road. Watch this, the 48 fuel so important. He shakes his head.
Yeah, he's in.
Duff can unplug. Duff can gets pulled out of the pit box. That should be a penalty on the 48. Blaney trying to run as many pace laps as possible. It's finally come to an end.
Yeah, he's trying to run his main laps because, other people could be in the wreck, right? And now he can finish.
Yeah, so Blaney's finally out of the car now.
And this adds to the list that we were talking about before for Ryan Blaney, unfortunately. Daytona, Atlanta Centra. But we're gearing up for the Roval next weekend. You can catch the InterWeatherTech Sports Car Championship. It's the season finale. It's Petit Le Mans, one of the best insurance sports car races. You can watch 10 hours. It's a classic. You see it at 12 p.m. Eastern on NBC.
When my doctor gave me Restri for my COPD, I noticed things changed. Restri gave me better breathing starting within 5 minutes. It also reduced flare-ups.
Restri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Restri when prescribed. Restri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Forcing breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Restri.
Soft drinks are just a buck at Wendy's. Any size, anytime. 3 p.m. Fanta, 10 p.m. Sprite. 7:46.
Yeah, so Packers are leading 7-0. They shoved Blaney out of the race. So your top 10 now is Kyle Busch, Austin Cindric, Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, William Byron, Kyle Larson, SVG, Ty Gibbs, Alex Bowman, and Daniel Hemrick. Your playoff drivers as they run: Cindric, Elliott, Byron, Larson, Bowman, Hamlin. Hamlin's in 11th. The others were in the top 10. Christopher Bell in 16th. 20th, Chase Briscoe. 33rd, Tyler Reddick. 34th, Joey Logano. 35th, Ryan Blaney. Logano and Blaney were involved in an accident. Blaney just got out of his car, so he is out. And Suarez 1 lap down in 38th. Should pass up Blaney there. Gotta tell you who's probably feeling really bummed right now? Sparky Speedway Jewelry. His favorite driver is Ross Chastain. He got taken out in that accident.
Dollar soft drinks any size, gotta be Wendy's. Happy's place is open for business. Drinks are on the house. No way. This Wendy is your sister. I thought you were older. And Irish.
For a chance, I'll see you on good person.
Compliment me when I'm mad. Oh, not living with me. I don't trust my neighbors.
All right, we're back from commercial break as we got 62 laps to go now. Cylinder caution. There's Blaney. My race prediction being towed. Pain. Absolute pain.
Jimmy Johnson, the 7-time champ, fellow Hall of Famer Dale Jarrett on the Peacock pit box. DJ, that was a pretty dramatic end to the second stage.
Yeah, it certainly was. What's different from the first stage where we saw 4-wide racing, they get 2 there at the end. You can see things. Jimmy, was there anything else that stood out to you in that second stage that we might look forward to here at stage 3?
Yeah, I think the 4-wide's really dependent upon guys that are seeking fuel, and then you have others with a lot of fuel that can push and go forward, and it creates that 4-wide. It's just crazy that they can run 4-wide without an incident, and here comes the finish, and we end up with the crash that we had. Down to you, Dan.
Hey, Jimmy, another playoff driver to keep an eye on that had damage there is Tyler Reddick. He said to his team, it's a pretty solid hit to the nose. So when they came down the road, they made some repairs to that and gave him 4 fresh tires and fuel. Remember, Tyler came in today below the cut line after starting Kansas last week above the cut line. The roller coaster's going right now. We'll see how fast the 45 can be in the back.
61 to go with the green flag and a rinse and repeat. Final stage also needs to get started.
All right, so we got Kyle Busch and Bubba Wallace side by side for the restart. We'll have 61 laps to go. The green flag's back in the air. Probably at least have one more pit stop for fuel before the race ends. So right now, Kyle Busch is in the lead. Being pushed by Austin Cindric, the Stage 2 winner. And Bubba Wallace is on the bottom. Being pushed by William Byron.
Jeff, that's a good point because, yes, we've got a long way to go. To follow that Cindric storyline, he was 12th and last in the playoff picture before the green flag today. As the points run, Austin has dragged himself up to 7th and above the cup.
Kyle Busch being pushed there by Austin Cindric. Bubba Wallace being pushed by Byron, and SVG is pushing Byron. As Busch and Bubba Wallace are still side by side. Both non-playoff drivers, but still trying to get a win, their first win this season. Busch is the leader on the outside. He's going to lead that lap. I wouldn't mind if Kyle Busch wins this race because keep that win streak alive. By the way, Logano is still on the track. He's in the back of the pack right now, still on the lead lap. So it didn't seem like he got a lot of damage to that wreck. So now they're 3 wide. Chris Buescher leading the top line. Allmendinger really getting Briscoe a push there, almost caused an accident. They keep it going. One wrong move, giving a bad bump draft, can cause a huge wreck in this pack. Right now, Bubba Wallace, the winner of the fall race in 2021, is your leader at the moment. No, I didn't see the ARCA Series race. I did see the Xfinity Series race. Sammy Smith won the Xfinity race. I did see the truck race as well. The truck race was interesting. The only race I didn't see was the ARCA race. Right now, Busch in the middle line being pushed by Austin Cindric in the middle. Still side by side with Bubba Wallace through there with 57 laps to go. Yeah, I gave you a recap of the race. I missed the first 50 laps because I had some things to take care of that made me late. But I still made it on here. They were 4 wide in stage 1, believe it or not, for a few laps. And then, who won stage 1? I think it might have been Buescher. I don't know. Somebody won stage 1. And then we had Chase Elliott and Cindric battling for the stage 2 win. And then there was an accident where Bowman bumped into Blaney wrong. That took out Ross Chastain and Blaney. So, yeah, that happened. Yeah, I am going to live stream the trucks, Xfinity, and the Cup Series for the championship race. So, yeah. And then before I started watching Suarez also got involved in a wreck, so there have been playoff drivers having trouble. But now they're 3 wide as Chris Buescher's top line has caught up to the front, and they're flying. As Buescher is now in the lead with Chase Briscoe, and they're going to move to the bottom. Wow, what momentum they got. What a run there. Briscoe, in his last season for Stewart-Haas Racing, trying to win this race. SVG is running in the top 10 at the moment, around 8th and 9th place, side by side with Chase Elliott, right behind William Byron, trying to push him to the front. SVG has been doing pretty good this race. I'm proud of him. He was doing really good in the Xfinity race, but just unfortunately got caught up in an accident. But yeah, Chase Briscoe and Chris Buescher side by side. And now they're 3 wide with AJ Allmendinger on the top. And now AJ Allmendinger is going to be pushed to the lead. It seems like the top line has a lot more momentum going for him. So Allmendinger, the new leader here at Talladega. So, yeah. So Allmendinger has Cody Ware pushing him. And now Allmendinger is going to move to the bottom. And now he's blocking lines. Now he's moving to the middle. They're racing a lot more aggressive with, let's see, with 52 laps to go. And here comes Cody Ware on the top, being pushed by Todd Gilliland. And Joey Logano, that was involved in the accident earlier, trying to work his way to the front. As they are, the outside line seems to be the best line right now. But everybody tries to migrate to the bottom, and it doesn't work out well for them. As now it looks like Stenhouse is being shuffled down to the back and is slowing up the top lane. So now Cody Ware and AJ Allmendinger are side by side. Usual names you would not hear in the front, but here at Talladega, you would pretty much hear about them. Let's see what happened there. Oh man, Jaden Reed, he can't drop that ball. So yeah, Cody Ware's in the lead. And here comes Joey Logano with Kyle Busch in the middle. Logano's to the bottom. But here comes Kyle Busch in the middle. Logano goes to the middle. The entire pack is pretty much street wide.
Did you know that you can sign up to the NASCAR newsletter to stay up to speed on all the latest from the track and get your chance to win 2 tickets to next season?
Wow, our puncher just caught that ball. That could have been bad.
QR code to the NASCAR.com/race to enter. 50 laps to go. Brought to you by Yellawood. Of course, this is the Yellawood 500. And Joey Logano in the Shell Petrol. The way.
Another flag? Oh my goodness. All right, I got to pay attention to NASCAR. He says Joey Logano is just taking the lead. I'm honestly, I'm not going to be happy if I was late to this race just to see Joey Logano win. That'd be just high disappointment for me. Oh, holding. Oh, that's gonna give us a first down, I think. Wow. Oh no, they took it on the kickoff. Okay. All right, we're less than 50 laps to go now. Logano is in the lead. He's only got Austin Cindric, his teammate, out. Remember, Ryan Blaney was taken out at the end of stage 2. And Kyle Busch is going to get shuffled out. He's going to go to the back of the pack here. But somehow tucks in behind Chase Elliott. What a move by him. And Logano trying to pass Allmendinger. What a pass by AJ Allmendinger. Putting his car under Logano there in turn 2. Being pushed by Chase Briscoe into 14. Here we go. And Logano picks up his teammate Austin Cindric on the top. Now we got 47 laps to go.
Everyone just trying to be very efficient with their cars, positioning themselves for the last 47 laps, all the positioning themselves for upcoming pit stops. They can run much further, but they must stop in this stage. What they decided to do, we saw green flag pit stop really break up the pack in stage 2. Speaking of stage 2, how
Logano still in the lead on the top line. Allmendinger trying to come back on the bottom. And Gilliland is leading the line in the middle. A lot of drivers 3 by 3 through this entire pack. Now it seems like the outside line is starting to fall back. But will they catch back up? Got 45 laps to go in the race. So now Cindric's trying to climb his way back to the front of the field on that top line. Will Logano go back with him, or will he stay on the inside or the middle and just control the momentum?
Black, red, and yellow Rush Truck Centers. They have been with Storehouse Racing for 15 years, but in a rotating sponsor world, they've never been on the car when the car is going to get away. Not with Tony Stewart, not with Glenn Boyer. Today is the last day that Rusty Rush will be sponsoring at Storehouse Racing. He has to win today if he's going to get that famous victory lane photo he so much wants. Rusty is here, and he's rooting for the 14 more than ever in its final start with his colors.
43 to go.
Here we go, 43 laps to go. Logano still in control of the field. Everybody else behind him is 3 wide. Now Allmendinger's on the bottom. Now they're pretty much trading positions out here. Take a look at your top 10. So we got Joey Logano, AJ Allmendinger, Todd Gilliland, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, Chase Elliott, and Alex Bowman. Your top 10. What's up, Jader? We got really exciting racing going on. We got close to 45 laps to go. Logano and Allmendinger are trading places right now for the lead. Yep. Kyle, he was in the front of the pack, but he got shuffled out to the middle a few laps ago. But he's still in the lead pack. He's behind Chase Elliott, rather. Man, I can't believe it. Jacob's driver, Alex Bowman, that he picked this week, sabotaged my pick, Ryan Blaney, from getting points. And he's battling me for the championship. Oh, man. Yeah, I agree. I just want to win because I needed points. SVG is actually pretty good. I agree. Neither do I. SVG's doing pretty good, though. He was actually leading a few laps. He's on the inside line, right behind William Byron. Yeah, I have it on NBC. I have antennas. Yeah, I guess whenever it's on the local channel, I switch to the local channel to watch it, and then when it's on like cable channel, I watch it on stream. But yeah, so Allmendinger is now leading the pack. He's got in front of Logano and Chase Briscoe in that Tony Stewart throwback scheme, trying to win here at Talladega. On the bottom, right behind Allmendinger. So still close racing going on. All right. Yeah, because SVG's, I think, running like the last races in the Cup Series before he turns to a rookie next year. I can't wait to see how he does full time next year. Oh, Briscoe almost wrecked Allmendinger there, but they got it together. That could have been big. 40 laps ago. Now 39. Yeah. I'm either wanting Chase Elliott or Busch to win. Yeah. Oh, Austin Cindric being pushed by Austin Dillon on the top. And a lot of cars are pretty much 3 wide. And in the back is Denny Hamlin. He's been pretty much staying in the back for most of the race. Back in stage 1, I was actually late for the stream today, but in stage 1, they were like 4 wide for a few laps. All of them. Yeah. I mean, that's only stage 1 as well. And I also have the Packers and Rams game on my other TV too. True. As long as Jacob doesn't pick him every time, I'm fine with him making it. Oh, now they're 4 wide in the middle of the pack. Noah Gragson and Keselowski got a little bit shuffled out, and now it's starting to be 4 wide. There's a 4th lane on the top. It's about to be like what it was earlier in the day. As Gragson trying to make his way through the pack. Oh, boy. There's not really much room there. Oh, close to an accident, but Gragson somehow hanging on. And look at that. They're back to 4 wide in the middle of the pack. Daniel Hemrick leading that top line, and now the ones on the outside have moved to the top. Chase Elliott in that 3rd line, trying to make his way to the front as well, pulling Kyle Busch with him. Can Elliott move to the bottom? No, he can't. Allmendinger's right there. Oh, Elliott got loose. Almost caused a wreck. Kyle Busch had to check up. Man, racing's getting really intense. And we only got 36 laps to go. Oh, I think there's going to be a huge wreck now. Because whoever made it 4 wide is really gnarly. All right, so right now Logano is still in the lead. Austin Cindric is also trying to battle for the lead as well. The only 2 Penske drivers left in the race. I think I'm ahead of you. I'm on 36, about to be 35 laps to go. Man, yeah, I'm 2 laps ahead of you. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm telling you, antenna also helps you be ahead of people too. All right, so Allmendinger still in the lead. Logano side by side with him. Dinger being pushed by Briscoe. But I'm telling you something. Someone's really a bonehead making it 4 wide for here. Because there's going to be a wreck. I feel it. And no wonder why SVG's running in the back now. He's like, oh, I don't want to cause a huge wreck. Look at that. 4 wide. This reminds me of the 2012 race 12 years ago when they were racing 4 wide on the final lap and Stewart almost flipped and everybody was involved. All right, here comes Gregson on the middle top lane, trying to make it to the front. He's side by side with Gilliland and Cindric at the moment. But Logano and Dinger still stay side by side in the middle and bottom line. And Gregson gets loose. That's going to back up. He almost wrecks. Keselowski almost spins him. He saves it. That could have been a bad crash right there. But Keselowski still trying to push Gregson. Gregson finds a hole, and he still makes it through. Now Bowman's behind Alex. Not Alex. Yeah, Bowman's behind Ryan Preece now. He's fallen to the back. So that pretty much ruined the 4-wide racing. That probably calmed everybody down. They're probably realizing, oh, we still got 33 laps to go. All right, so Allmendinger's still in the lead with Logano. I'm on lap 157, 188. They changed it. Now Dinger goes to block Briscoe on the bottom. Briscoe had a run, but he shuts the door. I'll take anybody but Logano and Denny Hamlin, please. I mean, I'm going to be mad if Logano makes it to the championship 4, mainly because he's been winning at these restrictor plate tracks. Because he won at Atlanta, and he's running up front here at Talladega, and everywhere else he's been terrible. And Logano's getting pushed by Todd Gilliland in the middle. But he can't clear his teammate Cindric on the top, nor Allmendinger on the bottom. And I believe these drivers still have to make pit stops for fuel, too. Because I doubt if they can make it to the end. Dylan trying to push Cindric. Almost spun Cindric out there. But they're still going. Yeah, so there's 30 laps to go now. They're 3x3 all the way to the back. No giving or taking here at this moment in the race. Playoff drivers trying to get as much points as possible, while other non-playoff drivers trying to win, to add a win to the season. What's going to happen? Yeah, so right now, Cindric, Logano, and Allmendinger are 3x3 throughout the field with 29 laps to go. This is why we love watching racing at Talladega. I'm telling you, the amount of skill to try to drive at a restrictor plate race. I mean, it might look like you're going full throttle the whole time, but you got to check up if somebody goes slow in front of you and all that. I got 28. And Logano getting pushed by Todd Gilliland. Logano is back to the lead. Yeah, I think these drivers, they just said they have to pit one more time for fuel. So I wonder how they're all going to situate getting on pit road. I mean, but what will ruin having to go on pit road during the green flag is if they wreck. And now Cindric carrying the momentum on the outside with Austin Dillon. And Cindric is now in the lead. Out of turn 2 with 27 laps to go. All right, they're going to another break on NBC, but remember, Unlimited Racing, they have at the restriction plate tracks. So they're still showing Allmendinger and Logano side by side. With a little more than 20 laps to go.
Travelers made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or your favorite cocktail. Traveler whiskey, easy to drink, hard not to love.
Dinner at Cracker Barrel and dig into an irresistible shepherd's pie with crispy hash brown casserole on top.
Another,
Hash brown casserole a little more breakfasty. So get the crew together and come on in.
Allmendinger's now on the lead on the bottom.
First of its kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of the process to restore your engine uniformly. Only Restore Protect.
Yeah, it's still pretty much 3-3. How are they going to maneuver to get on pit road? Who's going to try to pit first? You can't pit alone or you'll lose the draft. So you got to pit with a big group if you're going to have a chance to win this race. I'm thinking it's mainly going to be the Fords pitting together, the Chevys, and the Toyotas pitting together. Or Toyotas will try to blend with the Chevys or Fords. But they're definitely not ready to pit right now because they're all 3 wide. Only the bottom line will be able to pit. Yeah, but they've been running 3-3 so far without having an accident.
This is your sign. Dinner at Cracker Barrel and dig into an irresistible shepherd's pie with crispy hash brown casserole on top. Or make your hash brown casserole a little more breakfasty. So get the crew together and come on in.
Allmendinger still side by side with Logano and Cindric. And Cindric's getting a push by Dillon on the top. It's pretty much the same drivers battling side by side for the past 10 laps. So, okay. So now we got 24 laps to go. Allmendinger on the bottom. I'm just waiting for that wreck to happen, either with them coming on pit road or... I agree. They said they added another fin on the roof to keep them from flipping, but I doubt if it's going to work. Yeah. Honestly, it'd be funny if they did a sports bet and it said, will somebody flip in the race, yes or no? That'd be hilarious. But yeah, so Allmendinger, Logano, and Cindric are still side by side for the lead. And it looks like Allmendinger waves his hand, so I think they're going to be pitting soon. So the bottom line, I definitely think, is going to be able to pit. Yeah, Allmendinger's got his hand out the window, letting them know he's going to pit. So he's letting them know twice. So they should get organized and be able to pit. But I bet with all these cars, there's going to be someone spinning on pit road. But here we go. Cindric and Logano stay together. As a bottom line, it's only Allmendinger and a few other cars pitting. Most of them stay out. So only Allmendinger, SVG, Daniel Hemrick, and another driver pit. So only 4 drivers pit there. That was Anthony Alfredo. That was the other driver pitting. So yeah, they're only getting fuel. But here's the thing. I wonder if these cars are going to try to stay out longer to try to get more track position on these other drivers. Because we've seen that earlier in the race before stage 2. We had Bell and other drivers lose contact of the lead pack because they pitted too early. You don't want to do that in this time of the race for sure. And the only thing that'll save you that happens is if a caution comes out. And remember back during the spring, I think it was the Legacy cars and it was the Toyotas. They took each other out after they pitted. So that's possible that happening too. Now Dillon's in the lead for the first time today. He's going to go to the inside in front of Austin Cindric. But I wonder if they're planning on pitting. That's why he went to the bottom. Well, he's going to the top, so he's not pitting yet either. Doesn't look like anyone's pitting at the moment. Oh, nope, there's a couple drivers pitting. Bubba Wallace, Chris Buescher, and Eric Jones. Eric Jones really had to slow down, locked it up. I bet Eric Jones sped on pit road right there. He really locked it up. But now Todd Gilliland is being pushed by Stenhouse as the pack is starting to decrease with other drivers pitting. With 19 laps to go. All right, who's going to pit next? 19 laps to go. Is it going to be a big pack or is it just going to be a few cars pitting? Nobody's pitting right now. And right now, Todd Gilliland is in the lead. Being pushed by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. into 47. Remember, Stenhouse has won a bunch of plate races, including the 2023 Daytona 500. Yeah, I said that. He locked up. I bet he's probably going to get a penalty. Here we go. In turn 3, 18 to go. Seems like more cars are slowing down, so I bet they're going to be pitting now. Who's pitting now? And my TV's freezing. It looks like Stenhouse, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch. Looks like most of the Chevy drivers are on pit road now. They seem like it got on pit road pretty well. But you cannot get a penalty at this time during the race. It will kill you. Right. So Stenhouse is the first car off pit road with Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch. Gilliland, Cindric, and Logano, Briscoe are still in the lead. They should be pitting next after them. Oh, yeah, they're pitting now. A lot of cars coming in. Keselowski locked it up. He almost spun. Oh, man. But everybody gets on pit road fine. Pretty much. So only 4 cars left out there that still need to pit. McDowell, Hocevar, Zane Smith, and Justin Haley. Well, we'll see if that other pack can beat these cars. And Cindric's the first one off pit road. Keselowski's second off pit road. And here comes the other pack. They just hit the start-finish line. Will they pass all these other cars? It's looking like, I think that's Eric Jones leading that pack. No, that's Stenhouse leading the pack. With Chase Elliott pushing him. Let's see. Yeah, Todd Gilliland's got a penalty. So Todd Gilliland sped on pit road. Too fast entering for Todd Gilliland. As Stenhouse is now going to try to pass Gilliland. And Chase Briscoe trying to block Stenhouse. Slows them down. Kind of hurts their momentum there. And Kyle Busch has no helper on the top, trying to get back in line, and he can't. He has to fall back to the back of the pack. Yeah, McDowell just pitted. He came back on the track. And now it looks like only a couple of cars were able to stay in front of Stenhouse and Chase Elliott. But now Stenhouse, Chase Elliott still making moves. They're passing Harrison Burton. Right now it's Cindric, Keselowski, Logano, Stenhouse, and Chase Elliott. Kyle Busch did. Oh, here comes Chase Elliott through the middle, being really aggressive. But he stays in behind Stenhouse, trying to push him to the front. They are back 2 by 2. I thought it was just Todd Gilliland who got a penalty, but Kyle Busch did too. I don't think Busch did. I didn't see it. Here we go. Stenhouse, the Daytona 500 winner in 2023, trying to get his first win of the season, but he's got to pass these fast forwards here at Talladega. Yeah, Todd Gilliland's pitting, serving his penalty. So that's going to slow the inside line. And here comes Ricky Stenhouse on the outside with 14 laps to go. I'm on 13 laps to go. Here we go. They're 2 by 2. Cindric, Keselowski really pushing each other. The Fords are going to wreck themselves, just like always. I'm feeling it. The Fords, they always get too greedy at the wrong times. Who's going to get that momentum? Who's going to get that right push? Who's going to make the right moves to win this race? We got 12 laps to go to find out. Come on, Chase Elliott. You're in the top 5. You can win here. Just don't get involved in an accident. That's all I'm asking. He really pushing Stenhouse to the front. Yeah, these drivers are really pushing hard. One wrong push. That's going to cause the drivers to crash. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it is called Sunoco fuel. I'm repeating talking to the chat. All right. Now we're coming down to 11 laps to go, and Stenhouse is going to lead this lap. But the most important lap to lead is the last lap. And that's what all these drivers in the lead pack are trying to do. Your top 10 right now is Cindric, Stenhouse, Keselowski, Elliott, Logano, Burton, Larson, Priest, Chase Briscoe, and Kyle Busch has made his way back to the top 10. But remember, Jader, don't lose hope in Kyle Busch because Dale Sr. did go from 17 to first in 4 laps before. So anything can happen. Anyways, now we got 10 laps to go as Austin Cindric is in the lead. It's either been... Cindric has been in the lead for most of this race, I think. But he's trying to close it off as getting a big push by Keselowski. Keselowski won at Darlington earlier this year, but trying to add another win to his column. He cannot win the championship, but he can win as much races as he wants to until the season ends. Yeah, these drivers are pretty much 2 by 2. But is there going to be a third lane made? That's the question. Elliott just gave a big push to Stenhouse. Stenhouse is now going to try to get in front of Cindric. He can't. Yeah. Yeah, these drivers are really pushing each other. But I wonder who's going to make the move to try to make it 3 wide. Go Keselowski really pushing Cindric. What a push. That's going to put Cindric in a lead. So Cindric's going to be cleared as Stenhouse. Yeah, those Fords are just really strong on the bottom. But they're going to screw themselves. I can feel it. Chase Elliott still trying to push Stenhouse. Austin Dillon trying to start. I think that might be Stenhouse. Not Stenhouse, Austin Dillon. But somebody trying to start a third line on the top, trying to get to the front. But they don't have enough cars, as there's only 8 laps to go. Yeah, that's Eric Jones leading that top line. I'd rather have this in single file racing, that's for sure. And Stenhouse has got a better run than he had on Cindric before, getting pushed by Chase Elliott. Seven laps to go. 7 more to decide this playoff race at Talladega. Austin Dillon getting a big push by Daniel Hemrick at the top, in the back. Who's going to join them? That's the question. But I think if anyone joins that top line, that's really going to hurt that line trying to pass Cindric. But here we go. 6 laps to go. Cindric loses a lot of momentum. And Stenhouse trying to take the lead. But he's still stuck side by side with Cindric, even trying to side draft him in the triangle. Question is, will they have a big wreck before the race ends? Or, yeah. Or will they have a photo finish? That's the question. Man, Jordan Love just drew a pick 6. He should have just threw it away. That stinks. But there's 5 laps to go at Talladega. And there's a lap car of Todd Gilliland. They have to try to negotiate past him. How is that going to affect the draft here? Oh, there's a wreck. Austin Cindric involved. Chase Elliott spinning. There's the big one at Talladega. Bunch of cars are involved. Oh my goodness. Everybody involved in that wreck. Only Stenhouse, Kozlowski, and Byron and Larson and Kyle Busch escaped. Bell with minimum damage. But a lot of cars involved. Oh my goodness. The entire field almost taken out in that wreck. Darn lapped car. I'm serious. All because of that stupid lapped car they wrecked. And man, Chase Elliott's involved. But Kyle Busch isn't. Alex Bowman is involved. Yes. No points being gained on me. I'll take it. I need Byron to do bad. Reddick, the defending winner of Talladega, will not finish this race. But there's some drivers that may not have as much damage, just can't get rolling because their tires are flat spotted. Cindric, dominating most of the day, is out. Hate comments coming towards Todd Gilliland, that's for sure. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure the only ones that avoided that wreck were the ones that were in the front and the ones that were in the very back. SVG is scored in the top 10. I think he avoided that accident. Chase Briscoe out of it, too. All right, here's the replay. So let's see. What happened? Kozlowski gave a bad push. Of course, it's the Fords. I'm telling you, the Fords. They screwed themselves again. Kozlowski gave Cindric a bad push, and that caused Cindric to go around. But he's getting too much push from behind, too. Big hit by Logano. Oh, man. Only Stenhouse, Byron, Larson, and Kyle Busch avoided that. Oh, my goodness. Some drivers may not be able to finish this race, but it could be more important if you get that car fired, maybe you can pick up a few more positions. Because there's some that can't even run anymore. But there's a red flag, understandably, with a big accident. Chase Elliott almost avoided that, but he got clipped at the very end. All right. See ya. All right. All right. It's probably going to be a long red flag, so take your time. All right. Look at all those cars. The track completely blocked. Christopher Bell got through that. Yeah, Tyler Reddick barely getting caught up in that too. So at least more than half the field taken out in this.
it's just more than it'll work out. One great bit of news in this accident: all the cars stayed on their tires. That was a point of conversation coming here. Some changes by NASCAR. You know,
Well, it looks like SVG did go for a spin behind there,
did not feel great.
but it doesn't look like significant damage on him.
A big point of focus coming here. Here you go. Now watch this. So the two is out, right? He's going by Todd Dillon, who's the last down. Now,
Always when they go by a lap car, something happens.
6, the 22, the 21, the 14. All of those just continue to push the 6 into the 2. We talked all day, Dib, about the drivers behind not being able to see
We're in love with the pass.
the car in front. And that is a great
What a
example
pass.
right there. And they
All right. So let's look at your top 10 now.
that 2 car, they all would have been
So your top 10 is Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Brad Keselowski, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, Austin Dillon, Eric Jones, SVG, and Ty Gibbs. Denny Hamlin, who was running in the back, is now 12th. But it's going to be interesting to see how these cars, these positions unfold after this red flag as Cindric getting towed.
Well, the 22 is hitting the 6, trying to push it. Right? He's catching the 2. And it's, you know, earlier in the race, you would hear the spotters say, you know, close in front, and you would see that third car start to check up.
All right, you're under red flag. You're not really missing anything.
You know, you just have to
Gonna watch the Packers and
push the 2 out in the bottom.
Rams game real quick. Pull out the pass. Jaden Reed with the catch. Come on. And he's down at the 21.
You can only push it for so hard. Something's going to come out of line. And in this case, it happened to be the first car on the inside lane.
They got to score a touchdown if they're going to get ahead of the Rams before the half. Love with the snap. Gives it to Jacobs. Jacobs runs. I'd call a timeout here. And they do call timeout. All right. Just wonder who was all involved in that.
Sorry, I need to work today. Mine's also a work thing. It just seems to become appreciated.
So mine. Alan says your business vehicle is now covered under the rest of the return 24/7, just like your own office.
Here we go.
So dinner time's just wrong time now.
You know, I heard that ground turkey is the healthiest.
It's like on the interstate. Someone wrecks right in front of you. They all wreck.
Performance constraints can be the difference between finishing first and not finishing at all.
So, yeah. So,
Your investment.
your leader right now is Stenhouse, the 2023 Daytona 500 winner.
At Stride, we're returning you.
And Brad Keselowski right behind him. We got Byron Larson still in it and Kyle Busch still in it.
For the unapologetic
But there's probably going to be less cars and less momentum around because most of them got taken out.
always putting you as the shareholder first.
That's my team out there.
So they're on commercial breaks, so you're not missing anything. There's 4 laps to go still in the race, so we're probably going to overtime once they lift the red flag after that accident.
That's why they partnered with Jurassic Park. The network is
I'm surprised no one flipped at all.
We don't worry about getting approved.
Could have been a horrible accident. But Cindric didn't flip, but there was a lot of cars involved, including my favorite driver, Chase Elliott. It's a shame. He's going to have to go win at the Roval now. Oh, Jordan Love with the pass. Oh, he got passed backwards. That's going to be a loss of yards there. It's been an ugly game for Jordan Love so far. Oh, it's incomplete. That's good. Oh, there's a loss of 13.
No, these aren't live scenes of the
Well, I mean, even if you kick a field goal, it's only a field goal game.
better days.
Just try to get yourself.
Talladega Superspeedway over outside turn 2. History. Maybe some people would
It's going to be a bummer if we lose the Rams game.
see the live shots here now. sudden stop after the big one happened. That's Austin Cindric. That was the beginning of it all. And teammate Joey Logano in there, Ryan Preece, Chase Elliott, Harrison Burton, Chase Briscoe, John Hunter.
So yeah, a lot of playoff drivers involved in this wreck.
The list goes on. Jimmy Johnson, Dale Jarrett on the pit box, fellas. We got so close. Got within 5 laps.
Yeah, we've both been there, I think, probably. You going along, doing everything that you can, and really, Austin said you're not doing one thing wrong there. I think the one thing that I thought when I first saw it, Jimmy, was why didn't Keselowski hit him?
So yeah, well now we are under caution. So
As he was getting pushed, he was actually turning his
well,
car
we're back to racing now.
left, and that's what created that angle. So there's no way to put blame. It's just racing that happens here, right? Yeah, especially when you look through those cars.
So yeah, so your top 10 is Stenhouse, Brad Keselowski, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, Austin Dillon, Eric Jones, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Ty Gibbs. They just lifted the red flag. But there's still cars stopped on the track. So we're definitely going into overtime.
And you can see this is all happening is that Todd Gilliland had to serve a penalty for speeding coming into pit road earlier. He got out of the way, but Cindric had got that. And as you pointed out, that the manufacturers want their guys to run together. Well, the bad thing is if there's something happens, then they're going out together too. Yeah, it totally is that way. And I think a lot of these guys.
Here we go. 3rd and 24 to Packers. And I think the Rams called a timeout. Yep. Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, they just lifted the red flag, and now we're under yellow for a big accident that took out most of the field, involving Cindric, Chase Elliott, Logano, Briscoe, Alex Bowman, most of the playoff drivers.
The safety of it, and I think Parker has one of the drivers involved here.
Right, DJ catching up here. Dale Henry has been checked to release the infield care center. So, what was your view of this massive wreck that was actually
Oh
man.
Yeah, so just unfortunate, proud of everyone in Search Chevrolet really fast. Qualifying that for us, it was my 30 car in top 10, and they did turn out the way it did. Yeah, only had what 5 more this cup race. Sometimes enjoy every one of them. That's not late in the end, but thought I had a whole in this pretty proud of Tom and just 2 came up here trying to get any comments. So I hate that, but proud of these guys. 5 more, we found some.
That's the chaos in Talladega, Dave.
So far down in the salvage yard, Chase Briscoe sits in his number 14 car, knowing that the rule is if he gets out of his car, then his day is over. They've been arguing with the track workers. They're trying to do the best they can to follow NASCAR's rules. Listen.
And Brad Moran, the series director, just told us that we would get the push back to our stall. And that's what we need.
Oh, there's that controversy going on right now in the Cup race that you got to be pushed to your stall. You cannot get out of the car. If you get out of the car, your race is done. But there's some drivers still wanting to push back to the pits to maybe salvage their day.
Okay, Steve, you're the crew chief of the 14. Richard Boswell's doing his best, but boy, that 14 is stuck.
Yeah, there's some cars stuck in the grass, too.
If you had any amount of significant contact, then NASCAR's going to tow you to the garage. Your day's over. If you had little to
We are under yellow, though. Yeah, Briscoe's got a flat tire in the, looks like the left rear. He is stuck in the grass. I don't know how they're going to get him out of there.
The left rear looks flat for sure. The right rear of the tow lane looks rough. That is something you can't change on pit road. But if the car is
100% with a 46-yard temp. Please do not miss like you've been doing for the past 5 games. And that kick is up. And thank goodness he makes that one to make it a 3-point game. It looks like they're going to try to tow Briscoe out of the grass. They should have kept. Honestly, they should have kept it under red because.
How about the guy who led 29 laps today?
So yeah.
Parker was at the front.
So Elliott's being pushed by the. All right, so here's the drivers that are involved. So Brad Keselowski, Austin Cindric, Barry, Kyle Busch wasn't involved in that. Elliott, Gregson, Allmendinger, Briscoe, SVG, Chris Buescher, Martin Truex Jr., Bell, Harrison Burton, Logano, Bubba Wallace, Daniel Hemrick, Michael McDowell, Todd Gillen, Ryan Preece, John Nemechek, Eric Jones, Tyler Reddick, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Alex Bowman, Corey LaJoy, Alfredo, Zane Smith, Daniel Suarez, all involved in the wreck. So Daniel Suarez got involved in 2 wrecks today. Oh, man.
I said the 4 wide, even the 3 wides, a lot to do with a lot of the strategy side of things. And I mean, that's the middle of 4 stuff for, I don't know, it's got to be some of the craziest stuff I've ever been a part of. But felt like we were in a great place to control there. And it's going to be between me and the 47 there, just trying to figure out when I was going to be able to get my runs. And kind of after that.
3 laps to go now. I'm pretty sure you're going to need another lap. We're going into overtime now.
He will leave Talladega still on the wrong side of the playoffs cut line.
They added 5 laps, so yeah, we are going into overtime. And they're going to commercial break now. Just insane. So since they lifted the red flag, let's look at your top 10 is still the same. Some of them only went for a spin. They're probably going to pit to get tires. So if you're just tuning in, I started the stream late. I missed like the first 50 laps. During that time, only Daniel Suarez wrecked. He's been a lap down for the entire day. And then before the end of stage 2, Blaney and Chastain got involved in their own crash. Caused Blaney to be out of the race. And then we've had the big one just a little bit ago involving almost all of the field. As drivers are trying to be towed back to pit road. And some of them have their day done. So Kyle Busch still has a chance of winning this race. So I hope Kyle Busch wins. Man, they're talking about how those extra fins prevented the flip. But honestly, we could get a flip again, but there's probably not enough cars to create one. So we are now in overtime now. Allmendinger's pitting to get some repairs. Suarez still out on the track. Remember, Suarez can still gain positions if he doesn't have much damage for cars that got taken out of the race. John Hunter Nemechek. Yeah, 28 cars involved in that accident. That's insane.
Especially the 2 Penske drivers, Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, both are below the cut line. led the most laps today. You were involved in that.
Also, it was McDowell, the pole sitter, that led the most laps. I thought it was Cindric. They were leading most of the laps anyway.
You know, I was 12, 13th at the time, and all I saw was cars spinning and trying to avoid it. So I didn't see what cause there was started it, but unfortunately, we were right in the middle of it. Kind of got
It's going to be exciting to see how this race is going to end.
rolling, but just couldn't get it moved. So, and for everybody on this Love Shop Software Mustang, it's super fast again, had a lot of speed. But it happened at the end of these races. I mean, we just didn't execute what we needed to be in the front to miss it, and that kind of happens here. Talk to me about how aggressive these pushes get late in these races, and how do you hold on to them when you get big pushes like that? Yeah, you know, when you get down to 5, 6 to go, you feel like it's
All right, we're still under caution. You're not really missing anything. We're going to get going soon to see who's going to win this race.
But you feel better when you're up here. But yeah, just, you know, it's just part of it at the end of these races, and you're pushing really hard. You're just trying to get your lane moving. You're just trying to get some momentum, and yeah, just kind of along for the ride.
Unfortunate result, Dave, might be that. So Parker, if it's the right rear lower control arm, they are out. If it's the right rear toe,
So Chase Briscoe's out of this race.
The things you can do once you're towed back here like this is not an extensive one.
It's not an extensive list, but Dave, this is going to be pretty controversial in the garage area because the rule says if you have more than slight contact and you can't return to the pits, then your day is over, and that comes down to the decision. We had Blaney complaining about this at Walker's Run. His car ended up having pretty severe damage. Josh Berry, a week ago on lap 1, claiming that they should have been brought back to pit road. Now we hear that
They are still trying to fix Briscoe's car, though. I don't think he's exactly done for the day.
He had to wait because there were so many cars in that accident that he was one of the last to be serviced by the crew. He felt like he was just wedged on the bank and that the car was going to be okay. Got to tow to his pit stall. They're working on the left-right clearance is the first priority. Then they're going to check the suspension. But they do think they're going to be able to...
Yeah, a lot of cars getting damage fixed on pit road.
After a lengthy wait on the crew.
And the goal of the damage vehicle policy is not to take cars off the racetrack. The problem is it has to be clearly written and it be officiated the same for everyone. And I'm just not sure in situations like Talladega where there's this many cars.
Yeah, McDowell's already out. He's already out of car. They're trying to sell him back. There's Harrison Burton, the winner of Daytona in the summer, being towed back to his pit stall. Oh, man. Just how Talladega is.
Playoff drivers who've had trouble so far. The Glenn at 30 and the 16s. The Glenn, Bristol had the least amount. Let's talk more about that because Bristol kicked it off. We got a penalty. Had to go to the rear of the field. So too did Daniel Suarez. But Daniel Suarez had to serve a pass through a drive-through penalty. Yeah, they're trying to get back to the bag. He's trying to burn him, but he takes the foul and just drives up in front of him and gives himself one out.
They're showing the recap right now on NBC. Still under caution. Yeah, quite a bit of hard hits in that accident. Well, we're waiting. This finish is going to be exciting. I can feel it.
That will have a huge bearing on the playoffs too. I mean, so many guys. Austin Cindric comes to mind. He was sitting there in position to win this race. He's probably going to go to the Roval, kind of in a must-win situation. Briscoe potentially as well. Speaking of the Roval, Chip, there's been plenty of.
All right, so to review your top 10. 4 to restart. So we got Sinhouse, Kozlowski, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, Eric Jones, Austin Dillon, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Ty Gibbs, your top 10. There's 22 cars still on the lead lap, though. But most of them were damaged in that accident. Chris Buescher is the last car in the lead lap in 22nd. Still going to be exciting to see who's going to win this race, though. I mean, the ones that have been wrecked out, they're trying to get damage repaired. You never know. We may get a bunch of overtimes again. Elliott's 15 points in front of Logano, though, on the cutoff line.
Is there anything in terms of you guys when you were down there trying to get the car rolling and maybe you were trying to get going there? What stopped you from being able to continue? I don't really know what to tell you. Put in a lighter cars, I guess. It's a disaster because everyone's just sitting on flat tires and wants to roll, but they can't go down flat tires. After you got this machine that's going to plug up the rear tires, or at least jack up the back of the car. But if you're flat on the front, you still can't steer. And I'm going to stop now. It's a disaster. Guys, just listening to the team radio, they were pretty frustrated trying to get that car rolling in the situation down there. The Yellawood 500 here at
All right, I'll go for the playoff drivers after this race.
Roll in these 2024 NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. A beautiful afternoon turned ugly for key playoff players. And there is a race still to be won. That's the point. As we look forward to the guys that were able to miss this and how Byron Larson. Remember, everyone
Here we go. Pace car lights.
last time the leaders were on pit road, it was a quick gas-only stop. So it's going to be very interesting as we see overtime now. We extend this race.
Okay, it's still not given to one to go yet, so we're going to have to wait at least 2 more laps. Let's see who's going to win.
So we're getting ready to finish off the day. We're going into overtime, as Steve mentioned. 28 cars involved in the accident that has caused the race to go into overtime at this most recent session. That's the biggest in history as far as the amount of cars in
The most cars involved in one wreck in Cup Series history. So history made today at Dega.
to stay in place if he can. He is one of those playoff drivers affected. So to Chase Briscoe.
Elliott trying to get his car running. And Elliott stopped on the track, so that's going to... No, he's getting going. He probably just had to get behind a pace car. I don't know.
And Lee loved the conversation when I was on the 5 Hollow this morning talking with Kyle Larson and his crew chief, Cliff Daniels. Now, they talked about his skill set here. What makes you good at every other racetrack is not necessarily what makes you good here. He can't carve through traffic like he can at other tracks. Still, he's a great super speedway racer. They said the best thing for them today is if they have luck on their side. And I asked Kyle, what would you feel? What would be the emotion getting your first super speedway win? And he would just say, finally. Finally was the words he would say, Marty.
Kim, I think the issue Steve brought up a moment ago about these cars having enough fuel is maybe a bigger issue than we're thinking it might be. Several times, really, people have told William Byron, the highest running playoff driver right now, sitting in third, do not swerve your car, do not warm up your tires coming to the
All right, so your new top 10 now. Some drivers are pitted. Stenhouse, Kozlowski, Byron, Larson, Busch, Bell, Eric Jones, Austin Dillon, Justin Haley, and Denny Hamlin.
Not only the positions you would lose if you
Fuel could be a conversation too.
24 radio. Let me know. Let me know. When that's be ready. Okay. Feel pretty good, right? Yes, at the moment, yep.
They're going around for another lap, so
On the radio, they've done everything so right for so long in this race. Just, if you're really fuel, you hope it works out with the fuel.
Yeah, and then on top of that, Steve, there's only right now it's only 22 laps. So
What is it worth? Risky?
oh man,
you had all these cars and guys.
defense not really doing anything for the Packers either.
Do you want to run that again? Give away that advantage from all those cars being in the wrecks.
That's a tough call from Gucci. Our Hall of Famers, Dale Jarrett, Jimmy Johnson are on the pickoff mid-box. Jimmy, what's it like to go into overtime at a super speedway?
Well, you've got another shot at it. In most instances, you're happy you weren't caught up in the wreck. Then you hear your chief's voice concerned about fuel, and then you start stressing all over.
Yeah, I think Chase Elliott was slow on the track, and they had to add more caution laps. Which, man, it's really going slow.
My experience too, late race restarts after big wrecks, you think, okay, everybody's going to be a little more calm here. Not the case whatsoever. Going to be the pushing and shoving is going to continue, correct?
I totally agree. I'm not sure what the odds are. I haven't placed a bet right now, but I would bet that there's going to be another caution, and this is going to go again.
Jimmy Johnson on NBC just said he thinks there's going to be another caution. I wouldn't be surprised.
For a dramatic finish. The day has been dramatic, but the day was exciting with the 3 and 4 wide racing for a long period of time. We've been going for some almost 50 minutes of green flag racing until the big one. So the field was in a good rhythm. Green flag pit stops, different strategy.
Oh, McKinney!
There was a lot of variability.
He's got another turnover.
Now, how do we execute this? If you sit out here, it's one on
Let's go.
racetrack.
Defense came up with a play at least.
Keselowski, I'm sure, is going to pick next.
Oh, here we go. One to go finally.
Who's going to push?
Stenhouse picks the outside. Keselowski picks the inside.
The right momentum.
We're about to get restarted now.
Control is what happens behind you, but what you can do your job and get the guy behind you every reason to stay with you. Sometimes, Steve, you might want to get a good launch, keep going, and drag a little break, get that guy behind you, hooked up to you, keep that break.
All right.
Apply just
A
a little
lot of things on the line. Stenhouse trying to win his first race of 2024. Keselowski trying to add to his win list of races at Talladega. Byron trying to lock himself into the playoffs and make sure he's secured even more. Larson trying to win his first restrictor plate race. We got Kyle Busch trying to keep his trying to keep his streak up of 19 consecutive seasons with a win. And you got Christopher Bell in 6th. Anything can happen. And can any drivers make it on fuel too? Byron, them talking about fuel as well. Remember, Talladega is a long track with all these cautions. Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch are together too. But there's still a decent amount of cars left to maybe have a big drafting pack. It's all going to happen with 2 laps to go. Who's going to win this race? So here we go. Pace car is in. Everybody is on their feet at Talladega. Who's going to win this race? Stenhouse, Keselowski, side by side. With Larson pushing Keselowski and Byron pushing. Stenhouse, here we go. Green flags in the air. 2 laps to go. Here we go. Stenhouse getting a big push from the outside. with William Byron and Kyle Busch. Keselowski, you losing momentum, but he's getting a push by Kyle Larson on the bottom. Keselowski, move on the bottom. It's going to be side by side with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. They're going to be side by side. Who's going to make the move to the outside? Stenhouse blocking the outside. And Keselowski's on the bottom with Larson, SVG, all the way to the outside. But no one's going to go with him. The final lap. White flags in the air. The race will be official. Kyle Busch trying to make a move to the outside. Anybody going to go with him? No. Everybody stays too wide. Kyle Busch is not going to win this race. As we got Stenhouse, Keselowski side by side. Who's going to make the move here? Stenhouse, Keselowski, still side by side, being pushed by the two Hendrick drivers. Keselowski's in the lead. But Stenhouse is going to get a run. Keselowski, he ain't going to block. Stenhouse is going to have the run. Stenhouse being pushed by Byron. Will it be Stenhouse or Keselowski? They're side by side. It's going to be a 3-wide finish. I think Stenhouse got the win, but they're going to have to review that. Another 3-wide finish. And there's Stenhouse's team celebrating, so I think Stenhouse won it. So Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is your winner. By a foot. Stenhouse wins this race on Keselowski. What a finish. And Kyle Busch should not have pulled out. Man, Kyle Busch's pullout game is weak. He was trying to make it 3 wide to win, and he got fallen way to the back. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in a 3-wide finish with Keselowski and Byron. I'm not. Yeah. Stenhouse got a good push by Byron, and Stenhouse and Keselowski were still side by side, and then Byron was going to try to make the move to win. It was a close finish. Yeah, Stenhouse beat Keselowski by a foot. That's how close it was again. But another spoiler, another driver, another non-playoff driver winning in the playoffs. Let's see. So we had 3 non-playoff drivers win the playoffs now. We had Chris Buescher, Ross Chastain, and now Stenhouse. What? Yeah. And they all came to restrictor plate tracks. Either Daytona or Talladega. Well, honestly, I'm happy to see Stenhouse win. I'm just glad it wasn't anyone I dislike. I know. His pull-out game is weak, though. I mean, I bet if he would have stayed on the outside line longer, he would probably had a shot to win, at least. I think he was hoping that somebody went with him and nobody did. Oh, man. The Packers just scored a touchdown, though, so at least the Packers are winning today so far. Yes. That's cool. Yeah, I have like the pennant in my background. And my bed is like all Green Bay Packers covers. Yeah. And I also got like the helmet in my background as well. With my Chase Elliott helmet. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's go through the top 10. And I'm also going to go through the playoff drivers as well. So your top 10 is Stenhouse, Kozlowski, Byron, Kyle Larson, Eric Jones, Christopher Bell, Justin Haley, Austin Dillon, Bubba Wallace, and Denny Hamlin. So Denny Hamlin, running in the back the entire race, he got a top 10. So that worked out for him. Let's look at the playoff drivers. So Byron's the highest playoff finishing driver, third. Larson, fourth. Christopher Bell, sixth. Denny Hamlin, 10th. Alex Bowman, 16th. 20th, Tyler Reddick. 26th, Daniel Suarez, 1 lap down. Chase Elliott, 29th, 5 laps down. Chase Briscoe, 30th, 6 laps down. Austin Cindric, 32nd, 12 laps down. Joey Logano, 33rd, 12 laps down. And then the worst playoff finishing driver, Ryan Blaney, in 39th. So, yeah, so with Byron getting all those points, he advances. So Byron's the only driver to advance now. So they just showed it on the points. Yeah, there's been a lot of new changes to the Roval. So that could be a wild card as well. No. I think it's Las Vegas, Homestead, and Martinsville. I'd rather have it a one-race shootout. I'd change something different, though. Because here's what I would change. I would take away the win in your end, and you'd have to get into playoffs by points. And then still have the win in your end format for the chase. Well, yeah, you got to. Well, if you win a race during regular season, that does not lock you into the playoffs. You got to get in there by points. Yeah, it gives you enough points. Yeah, but you still have like the 10 race format where the win in your end thing, but it's for the ones that didn't suck throughout the season. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I want it to be. That's actually what I'm doing for this league in the winter. We're having I'll find out that format. It's starting in December. The first race is on Christmas, but it's a non-points race for anyone that cannot make it. We're doing the Daytona night race for the. I call it the Christmas Clash of Daytona. Hold on, I have the schedule. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see. Um, right here. All right. So I got the Christmas Clash of Daytona, the night race. It starts at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's a non-points race. And then our very first points race is the Daytona 500, which is December 27th. So it's a couple days after that, and it's at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. East. By the way, all the races are 50% besides the Christmas Clash. I'm going to try to get the Christmas Clash shorter. Oh, okay. I thought there was some bad shooting that happened. I was listening to the news. I was like, what? All right. It was just something that happened near me. Which is all right. I thought something worse happened. But anyways, so here's how the schedule goes. So we got the Christmas Clash, the Daytona 500, Dover, the Charlotte, the Oval. And then here's the interesting thing about the Charlotte Oval. It's going to be our longest race, and it's going to be on New Year's Eve. But here's a twist. Not the Oval, the Oval. I don't think it's going to be 100%. I think it's only going to be 50. But you know how it's set up. It's going to be the longest anyway. But I have it starting at 8 o'clock Central. So that way maybe you could end earlier in case like people want to hang out with friends for Christmas or whatever. Not Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. So most of my races start at 9 o'clock Eastern, mostly. The only ones that don't are the ones at the beginning. Like the latest race is Dover, and it starts at 10 p.m. Eastern, which is really late. And then the earliest one is the 8 p.m. Okay, wait a minute. I made a typo there. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. That's the earliest, and that's like the Charlotte Oval that's on New Year's Eve. Yes. And then we race on New Year's Day, and we race at Richmond. And it starts at 9 o'clock. So it's kind of like a double header for that. I really had to jam these in because I was trying to do it during like my winter break. And pretty much have like a season during the off season before the next season starts. So yeah. So we got Christmas Clash, Daytona 500, Dover 400, the Charlotte Oval 400, Richmond 400, the Phoenix 400. Phoenix is right after Richmond. That's on the second. We got Iowa 300 on the third. So pretty much a lot of short tracks in the beginning. And then we got the Brickyard 400, the Oval, on January 4th. And then we got Sonoma right after that, January 6th. Auto Club, January 7th. That's going to be fun. Auto Club's still in the game. Yeah. Chicagoland 400. We're going to race at Chicagoland January 8th. I wish they had the street race, but we're going to have the Chicagoland race on there. And then January 9th, Pocono 400. And then the Southern 500, January 10th. And then the Roval race is going to be January 16th. And then the final race of the regular season is going to be the Bristol Night Race. January 17th. And I only have 7 races in the playoffs because it's not that big of a schedule. And each race only has like 2 races per round, besides the last one, which is the final one. So the first race of the playoffs, around the 16th, only got 2 races. So the first race to open it up will be Watkins Glen. And then the elimination race will be the Michigan 400 for the round of 16. And then we got... Yeah, I know. I've only found a couple so far. But right now it is... We got like... there's me, you, Dog King, Sparky. Jacob may race. Sometimes he races, sometimes he doesn't. And then I got another guy. So there's like 6 of us so far. So we still need more people. But I'm confident we can find more people. I'm also going to try to join early on like my PlayStation stuff. So maybe we can scout for people while we race. Yeah. What happened? I'm trying to wait till I get my PS5 and my new Sims stuff. That's why I've been playing it all. All right. So those are the 2 races in a round of 16. So then you got Gateway and Talladega. So Gateway will open the round of 12, and then Talladega will be the final race of the round of 12. And then you got the round of 8. Then you got Kansas opening the round of 8, and then closing the round of 8 is Martinsville. Those are both night races. And then the final race on the schedule, which is February 8th, is Homestead, Miami. I mean, honestly, yeah, that's true. Yeah. hmm Yeah, I'll be happy if we can find 20. I'll be happy if we can find 20 people. It'll be crazy if we get almost 40. I think I just missed the trash can. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna end the stream real quick too. I mean, I'm still gonna be on Discord, but I'm gonna end the stream. I had it on. In case anybody was watching, I was telling them the league schedule. All right. Well, I'm gonna get off of here. Congratulations to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He had a great race today. I hope Sparky Speedway enjoyed over there at Talladega. I was wearing his shirt for him and bolo tie. By the way, he makes a bunch of nice bolo ties. And go head on over to Sparky Speedway Jewelry on Instagram and TikTok. Find you all the racing jewelry hopefully you like and wear it wherever you'd like to. I heard of someone wearing it to their wedding before. Special occasions. So head on over there. I'm proud of my sponsor. And I'll see you guys next week for the Eliminator race for the round of 12 at the Charlotte Roval. It's going to be crazy. So I'll see you all next week.